Hey guys, welcome back in. Gonna continue to build a little here. Haven't been on in a couple weeks, so make sure I got the right save. I figure it's time to get some work done on this base. Um, Trying to remember exactly where I left off, and I can't really remember, so I'll figure it out once I get in. Yeah, what I might try to do is try a couple little things, and probably do a reload. Probably have to reload a few times. Figure out exactly what I'm trying to do. I only got a bunch of floors down there. Alright, let me just make sure. Make sure my stuff is off. Alright. Oh yeah, and put those in. Alright, so I do need to shift all these in. Actually, do I even have to? See how much these overlap. There is a little bit of a gap there, so I'm gonna have to shift all these in. Alright. That's how they should line up. Okay. Remember, I remember how the controller works on this. Alright. I'm gonna do something here. I'm probably gonna have to do a reload here in a second anyway. I'm sure I'm gonna go to glitch something in down here, and it's probably going to mess up these separators. So, alright. So I can get 2 floors there before it breaks. Okay. Now how did this line up? It does stick out a little bit. I don't really think that's going to be too noticeable though. Um, I wish they would put the adornments in their own menu. That's not what I want. Yeah, I could get that to move in a little bit so that it doesn't show. But honestly, I don't think anybody's even gonna notice that. Now, if I delete that, yep, it's gonna delete them out. Alright. While I'm here, test out something else. Alright, at least that doesn't delete anything. Yeah, I don't really like how it. I kind of wish they didn't go under the floor. Alright. And I can reach my wires, so I can delete those though. Alright. So I'm just gonna do a reload. Wow, 514. It's been like 3 weeks. I had a few hours to get on today, so the next probably 2 weeks or so, I'm going to be busy in Destiny, so I'm going to try to knock out some of this today. At least, get the floor done, stuff like that. I think I'm going to angle the floor, but I'm not totally sure what I'm doing yet. It's kind of see what happens. See how much I can get done. There's really not a lot left to do. Just figuring out all those light floors was the longest part. I wonder if, so on my other one I use these grills in the center, but I don't like how they looked. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that again. Alright. I should put a box here because I might do some type of power supply as well. This would be a good place to hide it. Now my question is this going to delete anything? Doesn't look like it. Alright. I'm going to get my second floor. I don't know why that's there. Probably just deleted the most important part of the build. Alright, so I want to make sure I put my floors all facing the same way. So, yeah, I won't have to worry about that overlapping because those will line right up. And it's kind of hard to see which way the lines are going because of the glitch in separators. Alright, that way. I don't know if I want to start to angle these from here or not. Trying to think of how I'm going to do this without possibly deleting anything there. Is that going to hurt anything? Don't think so. No, that should be good. I do think I want to angle. Actually, I gotta pull these in anyway. I'm gonna have to start angling from here. if I push these in, is that going to delete on me? Don't think so. Nope. Just have to make sure I stay right there. I don't know. This isn't going to angle very much. And at the same time, I think... Alright. If I push these in, I have a feeling people are going to get hung up on these separators that are in the middle. Walk over here. I think in the middle it won't be bad, but trying to walk into it, people might get hung up there. Alright, I'm gonna figure that out. Figure that out in a minute here. Alright. At the same time, I'm gonna delete this outer ring. I need to push these floors in, looks like about 1 unit. So, get all these. And actually, I should be able to just pull these right out. That should line up. Yep, alright. Yeah, I did play a little bit of the Expedition the other day. Seems like a pretty cool one. I like it. Like the like that it has a story behind it. Seems pretty cool. The rewards look nice too. I'll have to get into that, and I get like 2 months to do it, so I'm not in a major hurry, but I got all that Destiny stuff I want to do first. Alright, I'm just gonna stick this here so I know where I started. I should be able to tell anyway. Alright. See, that's still kind of off. No, that'll be fine. Alright, I just want to make sure they're all facing the same way. I'm thinking about angling this floor, but I don't know if it's really worth it. It's not hard to do, it just takes a little while to do it. It's a lot easier on a larger circle. This is kind of a small circle, so it doesn't really stand out as much. Because it would start angling, actually it would start angling over here, be angled, you know, up or down, so I'd only have 3 floors worth of angling. So I don't think it's going to be worth doing. So I think I'm just going to skip it. Alright, now get all these out of here. Actually, there is something else I did want to try. Let's see here, grab one of these. I don't know if these will pierce the top or not. They don't. They'll go right in the center. I was thinking about having a cube stick up right through these where they join up, but that's going to take some, some micro adjustments to do. I really don't want to do it 32 times, so. Nobody's going to notice the floor anyway. I'm also, at the same time, I'm trying not to use up a bunch of base parts either. Alright, so those are out of the way. Alright. Yeah, I like to always mark where I begin, that way. Actually, I'm going to do a quick save too. I kind of wish I could drop these floors down a little bit more. I do like how they kind of bleed through, though. Alright. I just want to see how these are going to line up. I will need to shift that. Okay. If this goes in, yeah, it goes in way too far. Alright. That's why I had that center one. Alright, I have to figure out what I'm gonna do here. Actually, I gotta mute here for a second. Alright, sorry about that. Let's see. Okay, so that will line right up. Okay. I'm just trying to make it so that the when they both come together, I'm trying to make it look like it's not like piercing through with the glasses. That side looks fine. This side is not going to look as good. Oh, it's not too bad. I'm just trying to avoid doing a bunch of micro adjustments for these. It's a little bit less there. Actually, how much space do I have here? Okay, so I got 14. I do this, that should put it right in the middle. So yeah, this is what I'm trying to avoid. Having this area be way too big. But I think that might actually work there. Yeah, I think that's what I'll end up doing. Yep. Seems to be the quickest way to fix that. See, if I kept that other circle that was here, I had everything lined up. Here, but I deleted that circle. So now I'm trying to work backwards from it. Alright. So 1, 2. Just line these all right up. Alright. And same thing here. And half of these I'm going to have to kind of flip around when I put them in, because they'll probably glitch in backwards. That's not right. Double check myself now. Alright. Alright. Now, switch all these in. Yeah, see, I'm going to have to flip a bunch of them around because they're facing the wrong way. If I didn't delete that circle earlier, I wouldn't have to be doing this. I could always bring up that other circle back, but this is just a quicker way to do it. Alright. Go get rid of all of these. Actually, I'm going to line these now, just in case. Delete one and move one. Yeah, I'm going to be tied up with Destiny for probably about 2 weeks. I need to do the Legendary campaign 3 times, and then I've got the raid next weekend. So that'll be a fun thing to run through. Then finish up some Distant World tours, base tours, and get back into building a little bit. Alright, now where's my starting point? There we go. Alright, so we're gonna flip this one around. Get all these in the right orientation before I start filling in the rest of the floor, because it's a lot easier to see the lines when they're like this. Oh, and looks like I am gonna have to hop out for a minute too. Maybe a couple minutes. I just realized I never brought in my my recycling and everything. Recycling and trash. So I'm gonna run out and do that. I don't like doing that at night because I'm in kind of a rural area and you never know what type of critter is gonna be hiding in the shadows out there. I don't need to make friends with a skunk or anything or a bear right now. And kind of mess up the night. So I'm going to hop out here for a couple minutes. So I can stay right here and let's go into camera view. So hopefully get this thing patched up and pretty much done tonight. So, alright, I will be back. glad I remember that, because I don't like going out there. I don't have like street lights out there or anything, so it's pretty sketchy sometimes. Let's see. There's something else doing. Something that I wanted to try out. I don't know if I do have light fissures, okay. A couple of those over here. Alright. Trying to remember what I wanted to try now. That does go all the way up. We're probably gonna have to do an adjustment on that too. Actually, I want to go that direction. That was something I wanted to see how this looks. Yeah, I don't like that. I want it to be lower. But if I go this low, it's going to be way too low. Oh, well, maybe not. It might not be too bad. I'd like to have more flame shooting out though. Alright. That's something for another project that I was thinking of. Do something with that one day. I'm trying to figure out the spacing. I can probably do something with I need to nudge it up just a little bit. I might be able to use what do they call them here? The solar panels. Because you can get a nice nudge up on these. What you do is you just glitch here, and you glitch back onto the other point here. And that way you have two different glitch points that are right there. You know, once you figure out where you want to put things, that'll raise it up just a little bit. We go and glitch one on the bottom there, one there. You know, raise it up a little bit. I'm just gonna figure out my spacing on it. Alright. Enough moving around. Those are all moved. I'm gonna start pulling these to the center now. Again, just want to make sure I keep the floors going in the same direction. And I want to make sure they're snapping to this outside floor, not to the inside. You can't even really notice that they're overlapping all that much there. And kind of like it's got a little bit of a glow to it too. I don't know if you guys can see it out there. Yeah, YouTube doesn't pick up a lot of details sometimes. So I'm gonna stop here for a sec here. I just realized I didn't have very much water left in this drink. I'll grab water here. Get these other floors put in. Yeah, if I were to angle these, I'd have to start here. But then I would have to redo that portion again too. So yeah, I'm not going to angle it. I've done a few builds where the floors are angled, but nobody seems to notice it until I actually mention it. So it's such a small amount, you know. Most people don't even notice it. Alright, so that. Actually, that did change the color. Alright. So I'm going to stick with that same color, so I want to make sure. Do that. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside of these. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back and refill those spots. Actually, before I get too carried away, I'm just gonna drop another save point down here. I'm tired of flying up. Just gonna put it over here, I guess. I actually think I kind of like that red outline. Just head back there because I do want to see if I can fill this in with a triangle. Yeah, that's gonna look stupid. And the small triangle is probably gonna be too small. I'm not even put that there. I think the small triangle is going to be not enough. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like leaving gaps and stuff, so I'll just have to do it with the floor. Alright. I just want to make sure I'm stepping to the outside floor, not the inside. I do this. Make my way around. Actually, I think I'm just going to fill them in as I go. That way I don't accidentally miss any. Yeah, at least these glass floors don't leave a weird texture to them when they overlap. Like the wood ones, they like to flicker. So, these ones don't. I thought for sure my character was going to be in the way there. Alright. So I'm going to delete this outside row now. That way I can keep that reddish color. I got that red color by accident, but I kind of like it. Yeah, because this base is actually listed as a waypoint in part 2 of phase 6 of the Distant World Tours event, Grand Tour. Of course, I didn't have it ready yet, so I saw it was listed on the tour. I'm like, ooh, I gotta finish that base up in case people do decide to show up. I don't want them to just see a bunch of junk up in the air. So, all right, those are all in. Center looks pretty good. Kind of want to put something here. I'm gonna do a save before I do something now. Yeah, I hate how that doesn't look nice and even. That kind of bugs me. One thing I do want to know is anything going to delete when I get rid of this wire? And it doesn't look like it. Take a peek at the bottom though, just to make sure. Yeah, because normally you'll get a few of them that disappear all at once, if any do. Those look good. Alright. Another quick save here. How big's that? Just trying to find something that will kind of fill up the middle a little bit. I like that. And that's too small. Probably gonna have to use these. Yeah, I'm gonna end up doing a reload here anyway, so see how much these pierce through. They don't pierce through very much. Alright, maybe do something with those. As long as I don't end up losing my wires, or losing any separators when I run my wires. If I delete these, a bunch of stuff it'll probably delete. Oh, surprised that didn't. Yeah, see a bunch of them. Okay. Now, one thing I do want to check before I decided to try this, make sure this wire doesn't delete out. Okay, wire deletes. Nothing here did though. Alright. Alright, do a quick reload. And I'm actually going to jump out for a minute, grab myself a drink, and might as well use the bathroom at the same time. So I'm just going to wait for it to reload in. That way I know I'm actually landing on something solid. I'm not falling through the base or anything. Yeah, come back to the game. I'm down on the ground somewhere. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick, I don't know, probably, I think I only need 8 of them. The compound bulb. I'll just spin them right around. That should fill up that center part. Alright. See, with the way they turn everything, I don't like how it does this wonky thing in the middle. So, I'm just trying to kind of hide that a little bit. So I will be back in like 5 minutes. Just gonna grab some water and use the bathroom, and I will be right back. Alright. I'm gonna try a couple things out before I glitch all those in. I don't know if I'm gonna need more than 8 of them or not. One thing I do want to do though is that's where I'm gonna start. Alright, so that should be all I need. And get a center point over here first. Be easier than trying to delete the wire through the floor. Alright, so that should be, yeah, that's right angle. Alright. Yep. Alright. Just want to make sure I'm not in the way. What I might try to do is put a light fixture inside of here with one of those barrels also. Thinking about that stupid barrel now. I do want to raise it up a little, but I'm going to try to resize it. Actually, I should... yeah, do a save first. I'm not sure how big I want this barrel to be, so do this to get kind of an idea how things are going to look. Yeah, close enough. That'll give me an idea. Compound bulb. The chances are people probably won't see the inside of this, but they'll get a little bit of that reddish glow. And let's take that out. Oh, I'm actually really surprised that barrel didn't disappear. Because I don't trust this, I'm doing a reload. You know, on my luck, one of those separators got deleted, but I can't see it. At least this way, I know I can't possibly mess it up. I probably shouldn't say that. If there's a way to mess it up, I will find it. I'm going to try to bring that barrel down just a little bit smaller. I want it mainly for the glow more than anything. But if I put it way down in the bottom, it just won't look right. So I'm going to drop that down just a bit. Alright, do a save again. Alright, that looks about right. No, don't. A little bit closer. Alright, now make sure this thing doesn't disappear when I do this. Alright. Now, compound bulb. Yeah, that's better. Alright, now what happens if I put a light fixture in this thing? Make it purple. That purple. Okay, it does show a little bit on the sides, but I think that'll look alright. And I can't get to my wire. Will it disappear when I take that wire though. Alright. Alright, so I kind of know what it'll look like now, so do another reload. See, I'd rather take a few extra steps doing this stuff, that way I don't start it and it just doesn't look right, you know? It's like when I'm building stuff like kaleidoscopes, I do this a lot. You know, just see how things look, do a reload and do it again. You know, if it looks alright. That's why sometimes it takes forever to build them. For me, anyway, because I'm constantly making adjustments. What I'm trying to do is kind of visualize the center, because there's a white dot here, your center point, so try to, and you can't see it because of the yellow when you look down the middle of this, so see, a lot of times it's off a little bit one side. So, it's almost there. I think that's going to be about as good as it's going to get. Alright, so my center point's on that one, so I'm going to delete this other wire so it's not in the way. It's just going to confuse me, so get rid of that. Double check. I want to make sure nothing here is missing. And pattern looks right, so alright. And I think I might need 16 of the compound bulbs. I think you can get away with 8. I'll have to see what it looks like. If it doesn't look right with only 8, then I'll do 16. I definitely don't want to do 32 of them though. Not that it's difficult or anything, it just takes more time. What I'll do is just drop that there. All I do is pull back. Oh. I'm gonna. What milestone did I just get? I wish that crap wouldn't pop up. Alright. I'm gonna get rid of this block before I forget it. Alright. Alright. Start pulling my wires in. I always do them one at a time. You can do more, but I've found that if you do too many of them, they start twisting kind of weirdly, so I always do it one at a time. And actually, let me take that out. I want to glitch in off that, want to glitch in off the floor. That way it makes deleting the wire easier. So, bring that back. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glitch in compound bulbs. If I can find them in the menu. There we go. What I do is I glitch in my first one. Because these wires are so close together, you have to kind of pay attention to which wire you're glitching on. You hit, what I use is R1. That'll flip your wire. So, all I do is typically, what I should do, to do this a safe way, actually, I'll only have one wire there. So I'll take the compound bulb, glitch it in, and that will give me an idea of how that looks in the middle too. It looks like it's fairly, fairly centered. Now, so that I don't mess up at all, I'll put in my second wire, and then I will delete that first wire. And all I have to do is copy that and glitch it in. That way you don't have to worry about accidentally glitching in on the wrong wire. So I'll just do the same thing again. Put in my new wire. Delete my old wire. The old wire is going to be the one on the left, as long as you're going clockwise. And all I have to do is make a copy of that compound bulb and glitch the new one in. As you see, it's, slowly shifting it over. You're getting a different pattern now. I'll do the same thing. Bring in my wire. Delete the old one. And that one. And just continue for the rest of them. Fingers don't want to work today. There we go. Yeah, looks like I'll be able to get away with only 8 of them. So that's good. I'll keep the piece count down a little bit. See, like, you can run all your wires instead of doing it one at a time. You just have to be careful. Especially if it's a part that changes color. There's a bug in the game. It's been in the game for like 3 years now. If you glitch on a wire, sometimes, especially like silos and stuff, they change color on you automatically, because Hello Games for some reason can't fix it. So I notice it a lot with mainly like silos and extractors, stuff like that. Because if I continue this going around, the whole thing will look like this side. But what I'm looking to do is get it so that it's 2 different like faces on this compound bulb. So I'm only going to do 8 of them. What I do is I just double check them. So yep, only 1 more. Bring in this one. And delete this one again. And it should be the last compound bulb. Yeah, you see how it's 2 different things now? Because typically if you glitch in, like, I could do up to 32 of them, but they would all be the solid purple color. I wanted to have it, have 2 different sides to it. So, do it like that. And get rid of these. Now, before I put in that that light fixture, I do want to make a save, just in case when I put that light fixture in and I delete that wire, something could possibly delete out of this. So I just want to make sure I have a save point to fall back on if I have to. If worse comes to worse, I can always leave that wire in the build, but I try not to. Let's see. Oh, I want light fissure. Go there. It's going to be the purple orange. I think that's probably the better color. Yeah, I like that color. Alright, bunch that in. Alright. I think that'll work. Yeah, also the top of it, as you can see, it's got 2 different levels there. It's not like perfectly round or anything. So, alright. Do the same thing again, make another save. I think, I don't like to keep my wire. I like to keep my wire as long as I can, but it's just going to be in the way. Because I'm going to, I think I'm going to start just doing the top now. I really don't have too much time to do this tonight. So that wire's gone. Now I don't have a center point to fall back on. If worse comes to worse, I can get my center back using this. And also I got my cubes here too. So if I can build my cubes up and find a new center point if I absolutely have to. But I should be pretty safe. So, to fill these floors back in yet again. Alright. That way I can actually walk up a little closer to my save point now. Sweet. Let's see. Alright, so that's done. I'm trying to figure out what I want to glitch in first here. I think I'm going to glitch the center first. That would probably be my best bet. Trying to be careful doing this. Alright. And that's going to be the center point of this floor. Alright. Actually, I can get rid of this stuff. I don't need it. I could probably these raceway initiators, they have that little computer screen. I don't know if they cut into anything here. I might have to take out all those little short walls. I'm gonna try to avoid it. Okay, looks like they'll be fine. Yeah, because what I'm gonna have to do is glitch everything in and then delete all this scaffolding out. So. And I'm so worried about these getting messed up. Alright. So, I think all I'm gonna do is jump up here. I'm gonna start glitching in the center. I'm probably gonna mute my mic for this because I have to keep count of. I have to kind of focus when I do this, and I have to count as I make my way around too. If I miss one of them, it'll be bad. So, yeah, because then I would have to try to figure out which one I'm missing and then glitch it in. So, what I want to do is I want to get the color I want. like that one either. Yeah, I think purple blue would probably be my best bet. Alright. And I'm gonna have issues with the build camera. Oh, I want to get rid of that other wire too. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glitch in probably by the section. You know, I'll do the 16 here, then I'll stop, make sure everything looks good, do a save, then move on to the next one. Instead of doing all 64 in a row. Because I'm gonna have to also move my character when I do this too. So, I want to get rid of that center wire. I won't need that anymore. Alright. Oh, and I got a save point right there. Alright. So that's why I also color code these a red and a yellow. That way, you know, it's like front, back, left, right. So, I don't know if it'll be easier to glitch these. It'll be easier to glitch from the outside. Alright. So what I want to do is just make sure I'm starting on red, and I'll go until I hit that yellow one. Well, just before the yellow. So I'll end here, and then I'll start on yellow, go around to red. So, alright. So I'm going to mute here. Okay, so that's the first 16. As you notice, when I go to glitch these in, I'm not moving until the next panel. Because right as you glitch these in, you see kind of like an orange light. That means the pieces being built is being rendered in. So, like if I do happen to miss one, if I come up here, well, yeah, I can do it there. That orange light. That way I know it's actually glitched in correctly. If for some reason I miss a glitch and I do that, I won't get that orange light, so I know that, you know, something went wrong, that I have to try it again. So, but all those went in nice and easy. So, what I'll do is I'll do a quick save, just in case something does go wrong or whatever, that way I don't have to redo it. So all I'm going to do is copy that, and just make my way around again, and I'm just going to keep going until I'm done. So I'm just going to mute for a bit. Alright, so that's 16 more. Yeah, and as you notice, as you get more of them in there, they do tend to render in a little bit slower. So you just want to let it do its thing. You know, just let it render in, then move over. It's not a race to get this done, so you just don't want to rush through it and end up missing. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at the computer screens to make sure they all look nice and uniform. That way you know if anything is missing. If anything's missing, you're going to notice it right away. So, alright. So I'm going to do a quick save and glitch in the rest of these. And I will be back in a couple minutes. Alright, so that should be all of them. Doing the same thing, just looking at those little computer monitors, make sure they're all uniform. They all look right. Alright. Another thing you can do is go up to the top. It's harder to tell at the top, but you'll notice that things won't look right. Like if anything's angled kind of funny or whatever, it'll stick right out. So, alright, so those are done. Do a save here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave all these light floors in the center for now. Just in case something does go wrong or whatever, at least I can easily fix it down here if I have to. But I think I'm gonna do, I don't know if I want to do all the top first and then the bottom, or just do all 4 spirals in one thing. See, luckily these computer screens are pushed in far enough. I was thinking that they were going to be out here somewhere. So, and I'm keeping all these short walls here just in case I miss something and one of these panels is flipped weird. That's the only reason I'm keeping all those short walls there. I'm like 99% sure they're perfectly fine, but knowing my luck, I don't want to be wrong. So, I think I'm just going to do the whole spiral at once, as opposed, I was thinking about just doing the top first and then the bottom, but I think I'm just going to do the whole thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the whole thing at once. So, just trying to figure out the best way to do this. I don't know if I should start at the bottom. Yeah, I think I'll just start at the bottom on them. This is gonna take a bunch of camera arrangements each time. I'm doing the same thing. I'm waiting until that renders until I go up to the next panel. So there's going to be a lot of shifting back and forth with the camera here. There's no real good angle to try to do this at. Alright, that would be my center one, so work my way up now. Again, I'm looking for that orange light. That way I know that it glitched in. And it is harder to see. Much harder. You don't want to lose track of where you are. That's why all those camera movements are kind of a pain down at the bottom. Alright, one more. The first thing I want to do is check, again, for those computers. Make sure they're all lined up. That middle one's going to be kind of a pain, but looks like it's all one long line. And there'll be a few that are missing at the bottom. That's normal. Because the way these kick out. That's why, yeah, there's a bunch missing. It looks like there's a bunch missing there, but if you look at the top, that's what makes it up. Those 5 there. So, and that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Gives you a little bit of a curve. Once you get the whole thing filled in, it'll look better. Alright. That's one of them done. Do a quick save. Alright, and looks like I gotta hop out for a minute here. I'm gonna run my dog out, looks like. Just noticed something. Okay. See these purple light stagger. I thought it looked kind of funny on this side for a second, but I remember that I only have a quarter of it in, and you're not going to be able to really see that fire there anyway. I was thinking maybe they would sink in a little bit further. Alright, I'm gonna run my dog out and come back, finish up the center portion. So I will be back. Alright, that took so long. Alright, got that first row done. Let's continue, do the same thing again, and finish this up. Let's make coffee. I'm just going to do these, every time I finish a section, I'll do a save. That way, I don't want to get most of it done and then have something be not right. So, oh, now I can't glitch. There we go. And it definitely takes longer for that orange rendering thing to show up. I don't want to move my cursor until I see it rendered in. Because I don't want to accidentally miss putting one of these in. It'll be a real pain to figure out which one's missing. Alright, so that's that bottom section. Alright, so now move up. Skip my center one and go to the next one. I want to make sure I don't accidentally glitch on this lower panel. I want the top panel. Make my way right around. See, the first few show up pretty good when you glitch them in. Then they can be kind of hard to see, especially on the bottom, more the bottom than the top. Another thing you can look for is the little computer screen. When I go to glitch it in, you will see it on the left-hand side. So that lets me know that it glitched in as well. I'll just continue to make my way around. I have 2 more to go. Alright. So again, I just want to check them. Make sure none of those screens are missing. See, I got a missing screen here. And I'm not sure how to find that. So I think it's going to be 5 down from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And looks like I got it the first time. Like, the only reason I knew that that was 5 was because there's 5 up here. So if you do end up with one that's missing here, you count down 5 panels from the one that's missing. That should give you the glitch point for that one. Definitely double check myself on these. Alright. Yeah, they shift 5. That's your, first glitch point. That's where your first menu shows up. They just count back 5 panels. Those look alright. Oh. Do a save. Now 2 more sides. Want to make sure I'm not at... Okay. Make sure I start glitching on the right thing, not one of the old ones. So start off again. See, like on the bottom row, I don't have that computer screen thing that I can look at. Makes it a little more challenging. So I have to kind of wait for that orange light. Alright, that should be the whole bottom portion. Now go to the top portion. Alright. Again, check my menus. Be kind of tough with all these lights, and I'm missing one again. So, count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be this one. Yep, it just glitched in there. And there's 5 at the bottom. I'm just double checking all of these. It's kind of hard to tell with that center pillar because it's so bright. I just want to make sure there's nothing missing when I delete these light floors. Just being super careful here. I can always bring the light floor back, but that's just a lot more work. Alright. Alright, now the last section. Yeah, you see how these stagger up now? That purple light gives it a nice look. Alright, so copy one of those. Hopefully I don't miss any this time. It is kind of difficult, and it can be easy to lose track of where you are when you're trying to build upside down like this. Alright, so that should be the last one for the bottom. Now, make my way to the top. It doesn't take long to put all these in. It's just getting your scaffolding straightened out. Glitching's the quick part. So, alright, so those are looking good. And we'll top section. Now, how's this bottom section look? Looks like everything's there. As I wish these lights weren't so bright. Alright. Yep, everything's lined up and facing the right way, so do a quick save. Now, I don't know if there's anything fancy I can do on these. I don't think so, because it would be pulling away from the effect that I want for the center, so I don't know. Almost. Yeah, I don't think I really want to add more to the middle. As you can see, it gives you that nice pulse and light. Oh, it staggers like that too. Looks fancy, but it's super easy. See if I can do anything with these. I have a feeling this is just going to be too much, though. Yeah, it really doesn't add much to it either. So, yeah, get rid of those. And, okay. For a second there, I thought it deleted some of these raceways. Alright. What I'm going to do is take out this these light panels. These I'm going to do in sections, so I'm going to do the top and then I'll do the bottom. And I'll do the center last. Because worst comes to worst, as long as I have that center ring, I can bring back any light panels really easy. It won't be easy, but it'll be a lot less work. In case I accidentally delete one of these. Alright. Looking good so far. Once I get these deleted, I always double check before I do a save, just to make sure nothing accidentally phase deletes out. Sometimes the game will just do weird things. It'll it'll still phase delete things from time to time, and it's just random stuff it seems sometimes. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. There's nothing worse than building something like this and then having, just one piece delete by accident, because there's really no good way to go back and fix it. Alright, so all I'm doing is I'm checking all these monitors, making sure they all line up. Make sure nothing's missing. So far, so good. Alright. Do a quick save. Now do the bottom ones. Actually, it'd probably be easier to start at the bottom. Now when I'm deleting these, I just want to make sure I'm clicking on the actual light floor, not accidentally clicking one of those computer screens. And I'm gonna delete these other floors too. Get them out of the way. Yeah, I'm staying right to the outside of these light floors when I delete them. I don't want to accidentally delete something I shouldn't. Yeah, I put those ally floors there just so it another way to mark where the like north, south, east, west, coordinates are. Alright, so that one more row. This is actually my favorite part of building, is taking down all your scaffolding, because you're almost done. Alright. Yeah, luckily, I was worried about these screens being too low, but they're plenty of room off the ground. That looks pretty cool, because you have the little design with the computer screens, too. That looked all good, so I'm gonna take these out. Again, worst comes to worst, I can always, as long as I have that center thing of light floors, I can bring back any location. Of course, I don't want to avoid having to do that, so I probably shouldn't stop. I should probably not mention it again, because I don't want to jinx myself. Oh, we ended up with quite a few bases in this system. I think there was like 13 or so. This is the after party system for Distant World Tours. Yeah, we just did the grand tour for 2024. It was about 2 months worth of bases. There's like 500 bases to see. So if you go to the website under the grand tour, you can see all the locations. There's like 200 different waypoints that you can visit, and I think there's right around 500 bases. Might be a little more, a little less. I know I've been to over 400 myself, so there's some really incredible bases, really good builders. And it's good because a lot of the builders I've never even heard of, and to be able to see their creations is really nice. As people have some really good ideas. I thought I was missing a glitch and separator right there. I was starting to get worried. I gotta mute here for a second, guys. Sorry. Alright. Let's see here. Do a quick save. Alright. Everything's looking good there. I'm pretty sure I just did a save. I hate it when I second guess myself like that. Alright, so I'm just slowly gonna get rid of these. Luckily there's nothing real close to them, but there are those computer screens that kind of pierce through the side, so I don't want to accidentally get rid of them. It's not worth rushing to try to, when you're trying to delete this stuff. Alright, before I do a save, I just want to verify, make sure everything looks good. This is like, now is the point of no return. I have no way to bring anything back here. So I want to make sure everything, I'm taking that extra, minute just to look at every little piece. All these, see, luckily these have that little computer screen, so you can tell pretty quickly if something is out of whack. So that's the main thing I'm looking at are those screens, making sure there's no gap anywhere. Make sure, they're straight, they're in line, I should say. Make sure nothing looks twisted or turned wrong. But luckily it stands right out. But if you rush through this stuff without taking that few extra seconds, it can come back to haunt you. But these all look good. Alright. So I do a close look at it, and then I do a second look just to make sure. I don't want to have to try to figure out a way to replace things after I save, so. And everything looks good. So, do a save. I think that's probably gonna do it for me tonight, actually. I gotta figure out landing pad. I'll probably just do that off stream. I gotta figure out what I want to do for the railings. I'll probably just do a what are those? Those little gate things. These barricades. I tend to use those quite a bit. I'll probably do something with that. Just to show you guys kind of what I normally do. Use use that and these. What I'll do is I'll take the barricade, put it in my cache, I'll drop down one, glitch in the barricade. That way it doesn't stick way up in the air. Then all I do is I put a barrier underneath it. Or not a barrier, but a half wall, short wall. Do something like that. I'll probably try to dress it up, put put something in the middle of it. I tend to, maybe like these things or something. Actually, let me get rid of that. I can put it in my cache. There we go. Maybe do something like that. And put another short wall down there to hide that. Do something like that. That's not what I'm gonna do, but I'll put something else in the middle. If that stuck up a little bit higher, I probably would, but I just kind of figure that out. Get rid of those. But I think that's going to do it for me tonight. We'll make some dinner and all that good stuff. So I might be able to get on tomorrow for a little bit, just wrap this thing up. I'm just gonna do like a basic barrier around the outside of this, just so people don't fall off, and toss in some lantern pads. But I think that's gonna pretty much wrap it up for this project. Again, I got a Destiny DLC coming out tomorrow, so it'll be I'll be busy for a couple weeks. So I'll see if I can get in tomorrow morning and get this done. I do want to see how many bases are in this system, though. So got 12 over there. Oh, got even more. Okay. So 18, 20, 22, 24. Oh, 24 bases that are showing anyway. So that's good. Pretty good turnout. All right, guys. I will see you next time. Yeah, I'll get on tomorrow. See if I can get like an hour or two just finish this up, and at least you guys can kind of see what this thing looks like. Even though it's not totally done, but I kind of want to try to do something on the inside here though too. So I don't know. Get on tomorrow and see what I can figure out. All right. I will see you guys later. Have a good one.